Hey guys, ignore my somewhat messy hair. For today's video, I decided to do story time and tell you all about yesterday because I had a lot of dance yesterday. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. So yesterday I ended up having a free hip hop class with Guy Group and also my pop-up class with Abby Lee Miller and Gianna Martello. Ended up not doing Gianna Martello. I'll explain why in a minute. And make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And I'm going to start from the beginning. And I was kind of iffy on something because here's the thing. I'm not used to doing Kai Grove's class. I have never done his specific class on Zoom. I done a Zoom class with him, but it was for the ALDC spring thing. So that was no problem logging on that situation. But it was my first time ever logging on with him being the teacher. That situation. What I mean by that is I with the ALDC and worldwide, I know that nobody cares if I log on super early. Nobody said anything. I log on super early. And then some other people sometimes log on super early, and it's just normal. Versus with his, I wasn't sure that's normal or not, and so let me explain what happened. So around, I want to say close to 1:30, I started getting ready for dance, changed into something that I can be comfortable, something I change outfits, something I can dance in while also being comfortable because I love my squad leggings, but these aren't the best thing for dance. Because they're massively long on me, they're really long on me. And so I technically can dance in them and be fine. It's just I changed, okay? And I changed, then I fixed up my hair a little bit, and then I ended up logging on 30 minutes early. Actually, it was more 35 minutes because I'll explain why in a minute. And ended up soon as I logged on, I saw I immediately muted myself because I wasn't sure his class if you mute yourself or not. And I say that because with the ALDC, with worldwide, you have to mute yourself. I wasn't sure with him. I wasn't nervous about him teaching and me not being used to him teaching. That I was fine with because of the fact that I took a class that he was teaching once before at the ALDC spring thing, which was an amazing combo. I will say that. I'm not giving in. I don't really talk about that because they were filming for a TV show, and that's really cool. And so I feel that stuff, I enjoyed the moment, but I'm not saying too much about it. And because I want you to just wait, and that way you can, when the show comes out and you really want to know what happened, you can watch the show. Hopefully. I say that because I don't know if it's going to be Ion Pacific, screaming thing or not. Like, I don't know you. Well, some of you I do know because some of you are family, but I don't really know most of you. So anyway, saw that he was already logged on, camera off. So like, I like sprayed some perfume. Like I freshened up with some perfume, which I discovered something recently. But like I have like these two like go-to like perfumes, and both of them were gifts. And both of them were gifts. It's for like Christmas. And one was a Christmas gift this last year, I think. Or the year, I'm not sure yet. Oh wait, no, I think it was the year before. I don't know, but like both of them, one was a gift from Bella. Well, it came and she got me like this set that came with a few things, and I love that perfume. It like smells really good. And then one was a gift from my parents. And I always like went like, they both smell nice. They like kind of smell similar. And I realized they're the exact same scent. And I literally opened them both, and went like this and to smell them because I'm like, wait, that smells really similar. And realized that for a while I thought I had two different like perfumes, and I'm now realizing they're like the same scent. And it's just one is like made to like kind of be like a rainbow like unicorn sort of vibe because the like colors and like the bottle. And the other one is just a generic like clear like no. Thank you. The unicorn one is like a clear like purple. Smell nice. But anyway, so like I want to like freshen up because even though I'm like dancing in my house and like there's no one else like taking dance class with me, and no one else in the room. Sometimes like my parents, well no, sometimes Sam comes in the room, and then like sometimes my dad comes in and like to like bring me something or like do something. And what I mean by that is like sometimes he'll come in the room to like I'll have like a cup or something, and that I need him to like take out to the kitchen or something like that. Plus also he's on hand in case Abby like wants him to do something with me. Like so, cause she does that. She sometimes will have like a parent and like come in and like do something stretching related or something, and well to like help the like kid out or like help the person out. They don't actually do stretch, and it's a thing. They don't actually do stretching, but sometimes she like makes them do something to help the person who is taking the class of stretching. That's how I put it. And then finally, like it got to the time, and then we had like a 5-minute like countdown thing, and then the class itself ended up. The class was really fun. Like the class was really fun, and I recorded a video and posted it on my Instagram because they are like next week they are reposting in some videos, and also they are picking a couple, like I don't know if it's one or a couple people to win $500, and that would be really cool if that happened. Like it would be really cool if I actually won $500 because it would continue to pay for dance, which would be like a nice change to like not have to have my parents put down so much money on dance and to give them a little bit of a break. And so that would be cool. Don't think I'm gonna win. But if I do, that would be cool. Well, and I'm fine if I win or lose. I like to point that out because I feel like I always tell myself oh, you're never gonna win a giveaway or something, and then I think about it and I'm like, I have won a giveaway before, or a while ago, Petite and actually I won two, because a while ago, famous a social media influencer, KG Crown, who makes some pretty good music and stuff. Don't know a ton about her. She seems cool. But she was doing a giveaway where anyone that reposted this video would win a DM from her, and I ended up winning. And I didn't think I was gonna win that because of the fact that at the time Instagram was not letting me tag people, and it was that was something that I was not a fan of. But I ended up winning a DM. It was just a simple thank you for reposting. So yeah. And then the other one that I have also won. On this one, I feel like I won because no one else really. I feel like both of these I won because no one else really seemed to enter. Was also for a DM from Petite and Pretty. And you had to comment something letter by letter. And I did, and I ended up winning DM. A very simple DM. Simple but nice. So I try to tell myself it's not a 100% guaranteed I'm not gonna win, but I probably won't. You know. So anyways, that was a lot of fun, and then I ended up doing the class as it was fun. We learned a hip hop combo, and at the very end of the combo, he decided to put a TikTok trendy dance kind of at the end just for fun, and it was one that first up, I don't go on the For You page. I go on the following page. So a lot of trends I don't see because unless someone that I am following does it. That's the only time I see. So anyways, it was a thing, and I ended up everyone seemed to know it, and then I'm like, I don't know this. Luckily, he actually taught on it step by step, which was great because I didn't know it, and I love that this combo was kind of easier but fun. It was a really fun combo, and then I recorded the video, and yeah, there's no music in the video, and that the video I recorded, and that was because of the fact that is because I thought we were doing the combo one more time, and we weren't. So literally, I quickly switched over, or I just switched over, or because class was done, and I switched over, or logged on for class with Abby and Gianna, and then I quickly filmed the video, no music, and then last night I ended up watching in the video back. Like, I watched it back a couple of times just because it's, like, good to watch yourself. And, like, for me, I feel like watching a video of me dancing and helped me out a lot. Because I get to, like, see something that maybe I think I'm getting that I'm not. And I was watching the video back. And, like, when I was doing the, like, combo, like, I felt like I was doing a pretty good job. Like, there wasn't really anything specific that I was aware that, like, I needed to do better or, like, work on. I felt like I was doing a really good job. And then I watched the video back, and all I could focus on was the fact that my face was so boring. Like, literally, I thought I was, like, when I was doing it, I thought I was, like, doing something with my face and making it not boring. And I watched the video back, and my face was completely boring. And yeah, my face was just boring. Like it was very much like this. And I think a couple of times it, like, switched over to, like, it, like, switched, like, I don't even, like, I just know throughout the entire video, all I could focus on was my face was completely boring. And I'm like, I was getting so annoyed at myself when I realized that, because I'm like, that is something that I fixed over a year ago. That was one of the first things I fixed. And now it's back to being boring. And so that was kind of like me being a perfectionist, like because even though I try not to be, I still am sometimes. Like, yeah, anyways, it was very much, it was just hard for me to see that I thought something that I had fixed was, like, making progress and was kind of doing good. And now to realize that it went back to being the same mistake that I fixed over a year ago. So, I'm fine. Like, it's just something for me to work on, something for me to fix. So that's interesting. Then I went on, like, my phone for, like, an hour, or, well, I kind of just, like, hung out in my room for an hour, and then class started again. Well, different class started, in Abby's language feet and warm-up. And for some reason it got to me. It got to me very hard. What I mean by that is, like, it definitely got to me. Like, literally, I just felt like stuff that I can do no problem. I'm perfectly fine, no problem. Like, just felt tiring. Like, it felt very, very tiring. And she was making a work on our stand-in I messed up that word. But, like, she was making us work on it because a lot of people who compete, like, it's coming close to, like, national and stuff. And for me, I don't compete. And, like, I feel like competing is fun. From what I have been to a competition before, I was not competing. Even someone who ended up being, like, someone, let me put it this way, is someone that me and my family know, and we became really good friends, and and we knew them like very, very well, was babysitting me one time. Like they were babysitting me because my parents, I think they were going to some form of wedding or something. I don't know. And so the person took me into a dance competition that their two granddaughters were competing in. And we went and watched, and it was a lot of fun. And I felt like it was really fun to watch. And they did a really good job. There was like one little mistake, but other than that, it was overall a really good job. Mistakes happen. It's how we grow and we learn from them. And it wasn't even like a big mistake. It was like a little mistake that's easy to recover from, like no problem. It wasn't an injury. I mean, they fell out, like one of them fell out of a turn sequence, I think. I don't know. I feel like that's what happened. I was really little at the time. And I remember her saying something. Because it was, what I mean by that is it was a woman. And who was babysitting me. And we were really good friends with her. We're still friends with her. And stuff. Like, we're still on good terms with her. We were never on bad terms with her. So, like, anyways, I don't compete because, I felt like, okay, here's the thing, and the reason why I don't compete is truthfully, I train on Worldwide Zone, because on the fact, I don't go to a studio. You know, I feel like a studio that's cool and that's great, but for me personally, only, like, my parents aren't rich, so they can't pay for both. That's why they can't pay for both. But, they did give me the option and to either train on Zoom worldwide or go to a studio. And I chose Zoom because, for me, the best thing, in my opinion, and the best thing for me in training as a dancer and training to be a pop star is Abby and her teachers. They are like the best thing for me when it comes to teaching dance. And also sometimes we did do that one on Dance Mom Dance that had some acting in it and stuff. And overall, I like Abby and her teachers are really amazing and really, really talented. And it means a lot to me. Like, Abby just wants me to be the best. And I say that because I feel like Abby is definitely a tough love sort of person. She doesn't tell you what you want to hear. She tells you what you need to hear. And I say that because of the fact that, like, I remember, there's one, like, memory that I have. It was, like, the third time working with Abby. And it was an acro class, a beginner acro class. And, like, I was kind of, like, I was definitely freaking out a little bit because, like, it was the first time working with her since I became an Abby favorite. And, like, that was just kind of, like, a lot, but in a really good way. And finally, only, like, I was just being really hard on myself. That's fine. But, like, finally she gave me a pep talk at the end of it. Like, I don't even remember what it was. But it was something that, like, wasn't what I, like, wanted to hear, but it's what I needed to hear. And that is great. Because in that moment when she, like, said it, I'm like, okay. Like, and then I realized it's what I needed to hear. It may not have been what I wanted to hear, because it wasn't like, oh, you're amazing, you're the best, but like, okay, you need to work on a lot of things, but okay. Like, it was just a whole thing, and that ended up being straight and true. Like, it was straight up. She didn't sugarcoat it. She hands down said, and that I had to work on some stuff. But it also had that little bit of an ending to that made it okay, and this is what I needed to hear. Because Abby gives tough love. But finally, after Abby's class, I walked into Gianna Martello's class, but then I was really tired, and at that point I'm okay, it's a combo, it's a combo. I'm just gonna log off. But I was really excited over one thing because there's the thing that Abby makes us do, and what is you lay on your side. You lay on your side, and then you bring your leg up. Okay, we're gonna pretend this is the leg, and this is my body. So my leg comes up, and then you push it. No, let me explain. And you lay on your side, and then you pull you lay on your side, and then you bring your leg up. So your leg, you bring it up, and then you try to, then you can sometimes slide down to your armpit, and then you try to get the leg and laying on the ground. So it's like laying across and boom, on the ground. It's a very common thing. You're just laying on your side, you're bringing your leg up towards your side. You're trying to straighten it and point your foot and have your foot laying on the ground. Or your foot on the ground. Behind your head. And so I was really excited because my right side was really, really close to being on the ground. So that was really exciting. Peace out.